Hey guys, how's it going? Chase here, and welcome back to another episode of Redstone for Dummies. And you may notice that we're not in the usual world, and that's going to be for a later episode. I was just testing stuff out with it. But, basically, I'm pretty sure I've already told this in an episode that I've already uploaded, but just in case for those of you guys who don't watch any of the other episodes and you only watch my Redstone for Dummies series, then, I'll just make the announcement right here. I also make the announcement for whenever I do the video for that, which is in a while. But basically, I had accidentally deleted all my Minecraft saves, including backup saves. So everything, including the Redstone for Dummies world, is gone. Everything like any other series that I had going, I don't think so. I don't think there was too many series I had going other than AdventureCraft and Redstone for Dummies, which AdventureCraft is all safe. But for some reason, even my backup saves, which I had backed up onto my desktop, they weren't there when I went to go retrieve them. I don't know. Anyways, today we're going to be talking about, in this episode, we're going to be talking about number systems. And you may be thinking, okay, numbers. We use them daily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 583, that's how we get all these numbers. But the thing you don't know is probably how we get these numbers, exactly what our number system is called, other number systems other than ours, because there are actually other number systems other than what we use right now, and they're a little bit different. And I should actually lay one out back here. It's not really going to be too bad. Oops, I am getting weird mouse freakouts. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, wait, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright, and I'll do that one a bit later on, but today I just want to talk about our number system, and you can ignore everything behind this point right here. Everything in this column right here, or this row right here, is what we're going to be looking at. So, first of all, I have on signs the numbers 0 through 9. I'm not going to go individually and show you them, but if I were to just run past, you could probably see that it's the number 0 through 9. And basically, 0 through 9 is 10 digits. Including 0, 0 through 9 is 10 digits. And that's why our number system, which is decimal, which decimal is the root deci, which means 10, so that's why decimal has 10 numbers, 10 possible numbers in it, using a single digit. And then I'll go into all these other ones. These all have their very own special names as well. But decimal is also known as a base 10 number because it has 10 base values, meaning, and a base value is basically, a base, you guys should know, is the bare root of what you can achieve with something. It's as far back as you can go. So a base value is a very simple single-digit value, like 0 through 9. That's all using a single digit. You think of the number 11, that's using 2 digits. Now this entire episode is going to be really confusing if you think it's the number 11 as, if you think of the number 11 that looks like this as the number 11, because that doesn't in all cases mean the actual value of 11. Like, let's say we have 11 sheep. That doesn't always mean you're going to have 11 sheep. It just is the value 1, 1. And the reason that is because in our number system, we go through 0 and 9. And after that, we can't fit any more digits on a single variable. Or not a variable, but a single number within a single digit. And let me just set time, sometime, no. Time, add, I'm using the new snapshot, so I can't like, what, what, 900, really? You sure? Okay, oh, there we go. I don't know what that was. Anyways. Oh, probably because I added to it. Yeah, I need to do time set. That's what it was. Anyways, as I was talking about before I got off topic there, you have 10 possible things that you can fit on a single digit. And then you think about the number 10. Well, 10 is not a single digit. It's 2 digits. It's a 1 carried over to the left and a 0. And it'll make more sense if you think of adding high numbers. For example, let's say you're adding 23 plus 14. Okay, so you add 4 plus... No, let me actually make one that actually will have a carry value, my bad. 29 plus 35. That's good. So, the first thing you're going to do is add 9 plus 5. That is, I don't even know right now. 9 plus 5 is 14. Yeah, it's 14. So, that's going to be a 1 carried over and a 4 down here. And that number up there is known as the carryover, or just the carry, simply. So when you have the number 10, that just means you can't fit any more digits on there. So you take the least significant digit that actually holds a value. 0 does not hold a value. So 1 is the least significant. It's the smallest number that can actually hold a value. So you just carry that over to the left, and then you add 1 every time afterwards to the sum. So this is known as the carry, and this is known as the actual sum. And anytime you achieve past 9 again, you just add 1 more to the carry. So in this case, if you have 19, after that you're going to add 1 more to the carry, which is going to equal 20. Don't think of that as a 20, think of that as a 20, because in other number systems that is not actually meaning you actually have 20 sheep. That just means you have 20 sheep. May seem a little confusing because this is the number system that you're used to, and you don't think that in other number systems actually use completely different stances for the number 20. A number 20, for example, in octal, which is what we're going to be going over next, could mean 11 sheep. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Hold on. 16 sheep, my bad. So 20 is actually 16 in octal. And 20, well, that's not so much in the other one. 20 is actually 4 in binary, which we're going to be going into the last, or second to last. But basically, you can fit 9 digits, 9 values on a single digit, and after that you just carry 1 over. And when you reach 99, you carry 1 over more, so you have 100. You just bring it over 1 more to the left when you can't fit any more values on those 2 digits. So that's just a pretty simple way of thinking of our thing. You may also notice on base 10 that everything is based around the number 10. You don't add another carry until your value is greater than or equal to 10. You don't add another value unless it's greater than 100. You don't add another value unless it's greater to 1,000. You don't add another number unless it's greater to 10,000. And yeah, that's because we have certain placements in our digits. We have what's known as the ones place, which is just the simple 1. And then we have the tens place. You guys should remember all this from middle school if you're in middle school, I hope. You have your tens place, which is the 1, 0. That's the tens place, the second one right there. You have the hundreds place. I'll see if I can fit this on one sign. Probably not. Which is like that. And then you have your thousands place, which is 1, 0, 0, 0. And you have your 10,000s place, which is 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. And so on and so forth. And all of those are bases, they're all roots of the number 10. So if you think about that, then if you think of other number systems, since this is a base 10 number system, next thing we're going to be going over is a base 8 number system and a base 4. Those are all going to be based around the number 8, 4, 2, and even 16. And all those are very popular ones that are used. Not all of them are actually used daily or anything, but ones that are used daily are binary and hexadecimal, but still. Not so much octal and quaternary, I believe is what that one's called. But yeah, that's our number system broken down. Everything is a base of 10. So next thing we're going to be going over, let me just name this decimal. Next thing we're going to be going over is octal. Now, if I can spell it right, like I said in base 10, anytime your number is greater than or equal to 10, you're going to bring over. An octal is, I believe it's Greek rooted. It's the Greek root, I believe, for 8. So anytime your number is greater than or equal to 8, you're going to carry over. So that means that you'd have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But the next number you have can't be an 8 because it's equal to 8. The next number you're going to have is going to have to be a carry. So next after 7 would be 10. After that, you'd have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, if I can fit that on the line, nope, 16, 17, and here you can't fit the number 8 in there because it's an octal number system. So after that, you just have to add 1 more to the carry, and you have 20. And then you have 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 30. So basically, for the octal number system, you skip the numbers 0, 8, and 9, and you just add 1 more to the carry. I'm not going to be spending too much time on that because that's not even used on a daily basis. And next one we have right here, which is, this is another number system. I believe it's called quaternary. I believe that's what it's called. Can't remember if that's the root of it, but you can see cat, and that is the, I want to say Latin root. I'm not entirely sure because I know cat is French. It's 4 for French, but I'm just going to say it's the Latin root for 4. So that means that you can have 4 possibilities. It's a base 4 number system, 0 through 4, or 0 through 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 digits. And after you get greater than 3, you can't have the number 4, so the next possible digit is 1, 0. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to jump to 10 sheep. 1, 0 in quaternary still means you have 4 sheep. This right here is 10, 1, 0 in quaternary still. It still means you have 4 sheep. It's just a different number system, so it's a different way of numbering it. So don't think when you're seeing a quaternary number system or an octal number system that doesn't mean that you just skip the numbers 8 and 9. There's no such thing as having 8 or 9 sheep. There is such thing as having 8 or 9 sheep. It's just displayed on a number value differently. So that's going to be it for quaternary. I'm not going to spend too much time on those. And I'm actually going to make this an extra long episode because that's what it turned out to be. But anyways, next thing we're going to be going over is we broke these down fairly easily. And you're going to notice that all these are values of 2. Decimal is 1, 0. That's divisible by 2. 8 is divisible by 2. 4 is divisible by 2. And you may notice that I'm just halving it each time. So next thing after 4 would make sense to be 2, a base 2 number system. And this is known as binary. This is what computers use. And it doesn't make much sense, but I'll explain why computers use it in a minute. Since it's base 2, that means anytime your number goes over 1, or it becomes greater than or equal to 2, you have to add one more to the carry. So that doesn't leave for many possibilities. You could have 0, 0, 0, 1, but then you can't have 0, 2. You have to have 1, 0. So in binary, your basis, if you have a 2-bit number value right here, which we have right here, and a bit is literally a short way of saying a binary digit. Bit is literally short for binary digit. So a single bit is a single binary digit. This is a bit and this is a bit. So this is a 2-bit number system we're working with right here. It's not always 2. You could have a 4-bit binary number. You can have an 8-bit binary number. Like that. 1, 2, 3, one more 0. There we go. 8-bit binary number. You could have a 28-bit binary number. You could have a 27-bit binary number. Doesn't really matter. But we're going to be working with a 2-bit one right here because it's very simple. It's not the most simple, but it's fairly simple. Or actually, let's work with a 1-bit. With a 1-bit in a binary system, you can count 0, you can count 1, but after that, you can't count 2. You have to go straight to 10, which isn't 10, it's 1, 0. It still means you have 2 sheep. It's just displayed as a 1, 0. Like I said, don't think of 1, 0 as the number 10. Just think of it as the value number. Just think of it as 2 numbers, 1 and 0 next to each other. Now, I don't know exactly if I went into depth on this, but every time you add one to the carry in a base 4, base 8, base 2 number system, you just take the number system, the base that it is, and you make it divisible by that. So, or make it multiplied by that. So let's say that we're working with an 8-bit number system in binary right here. We have a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so on and so forth, but you can't fit that many on there. So basically, what I mean by when I say it's multipliable by 2, that means that this first digit right here is going to have the least possible value that you can actually have that actually holds value, which is 1. And after that, because it's a base 2 number system, you're going to multiply this by 2. And this value right here is going to have the value of 2. Then you're going to multiply this number by here by 2. And you're going to get 4. Multiply this by 2. You're going to get 8. Multiply this by 2. You're going to get 16. So you're essentially just doubling it. Then you have 32, which is 16 doubled. And 32 doubled is 64. And 64 doubled is 128. So this right here is an 8-bit number system. So pretty much, here's a very simple way of remembering binary. Let's just say that you have the number in binary, an 8-bit number in binary, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's say you have this number in binary. How are you going to find out what it means? Well, you're going to start off on the leftmost digit. Okay, 128. Now, if it has a 1 on that digit, then you're going to put a 1 there, okay? Or you're going to count that digit in. If it doesn't have a 1 there, then you're not going to count that digit in. So here, the furthest to left bit, which is 128, does not have a 1 on it, so you're not going to count anything for it. And then the next digit, which is 64, it does have a number on it, so you're going to count that for it. Then 32 does not have 1 because it's a 0 right there. 16 does have 1. 8 does have 1. 4 does not have 1 because it's a 0 right there. And 2 and 1 do have 1. So now you take all the numbers that had a 1 on them, and you're going to add them together. So you're going to add together 64 plus 16 plus 8 plus 2 plus 1. So 64 plus 16 plus 8 plus 2 plus 1. And I hit equal sign. Plus 2 plus 1. So 64 plus 16 is 80. No, it's just 80, I believe. Yeah, it's just 80. So then 88 and then 91. So 91 is our total value. So 0101101 is 91 in binary. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Now how about if you want to convert from decimal to binary? Let's say that you have the number 40, okay? You're going to take that number and you're going to start furthest to the left. And you're going to say, well, this furthest digit to the left, can it go into 40? Can 120 be divisible into 40? No, it cannot. So you're going to put a 0 there. And a 0 is going to be symbolized by a yellow block. Or no, it's going to be symbolized by an orange block. And 1s are going to be symbolized by yellow blocks. Now 64. Can 64 be divisible into 40? No. So it's going to put a block there. Can 32 be divisible into 40? Yes, it can. It can be divisible into 40 once. So that's going to hold a 1. But it's not going to be divisible into it perfectly. You have a remainder of 8 left over. So now you're going to take that remainder of 8 and you're going to say, can 16 go into that remainder of 8? No, it cannot, so we're going to put a 0 there. Can 8 go into that remainder of 8? Yes, it can, and it goes in perfectly, and it has no numbers left over after that. The remainder value is 0, so all the rest ones of these are going to be 0. Pretty simple. So 0, 0, because 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0 is 40 in binary. So that's a pretty simple way to think of it. And real quick, I'm going to quickly go over this next one right here. It's not really going to be all that quick. I hope so. But this next one right here is a base 16 number system. And this is the easiest way of putting stuff, because that means that you can fit up to the number 15 on a single digit. So you won't need to add a carry until you get to a number that's greater than or equal to 16. So here's where you're probably thinking, well, 16, the number 16 right there has the value of 16 in decimal, but it already has a carry right there. So how does that make sense? Well, that's because we're going to be using, instead of just numbers 0 through 9, we're also going to be using letters in the hexadecimal system. So the hexadecimal system, you have your basics 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7. I'm sorry if it's hard to see. And 8, and 9. And now what's the next thing you're going to do? You don't have anything else that you can do unless you want to add a carry. Well, that's where hexadecimal comes in to be really nifty. You can fit more digits, more values on a single digit. Because now you're going to go away from numbers, you're going to deviate from numbers, and you're going to add letters. Yeah, I know. It's confusing. So next you're going to have A, and A basically means 10 in hexadecimal. B means 11 in hexadecimal. C means 12 in hexadecimal. D is 13. E is 14. And F is 15. And since it's a base 16, the next thing you're going to do is carry over. You don't want to add any more others like F, G, H, I, J, K, L. You don't add any more numbers. You stop at F on hexadecimal. So let me just do time set 0900. There we go. So you may be wondering, why is this better than decimal? Well, because decimal, let's say you want to display the number 100, or let's say you want to display the number 10 in decimal. You're going to need 2 whole screens or 2 whole digits to display the number 10. But for hexadecimal, you just need a single screen, a single digit, and you just display it as an A. So essentially you can fit more on a single screen, so it's more compact. but not everyone knows hexadecimal. So pretty much hexadecimal goes up to 15. A through F is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And it's fairly simple to remember. Just remember that, and you will be golden. But the one we're really going to be using is binary. And the reason that is because binary is just like electronics, believe it or not. It has two different states. But electronics only has two states, on and off. Binary only has two states, 0 and 1. After that, it can't go any further. It's all zeros and ones. So it's only two possible numbers that you can have with it. And those two possible numbers represent the two states that redstone can have. It can either be on, or it can be off. On is a 1, and off is a 0. So you can notate an on by a 1 and an off by a 0, and that's what people do in binary. And that's how computers work, basically. And that's why you see all the binary stuff. That's just a way of displaying what's on and what's off in what area of the computer. But anyways, I hope this was a good episode. It was fairly long. I had a lot to go over in this episode, because it wasn't very easy of an episode to go over. It's very hard to explain number systems as well. But I'm going to upload this today, and yeah, I guess it's going to be it for this episode, guys. See you guys in the next episode, where we're going to be talking about binary some more, and we're also going to be talking about how you can add and subtract and multiply and stuff like that in binary. So yeah, see you guys later. Hope you guys have a nice day. Thanks for watching.